So, how are you?
I am as fit as a fiddle. How about you?
Thanks for asking. I'm pretty good. Okay, so before this start session, just tell me about yourself. I'm very curious about to know about yourself, and this is very helpful for our viewers also. Please tell me about yourself.
Thank you so much for asking this question. And I would love to introduce myself. My name is Ajay Kumar Yadav, and I'm speaking you from Dehradun city of Uttarakhand state. About my educational qualification, I have completed my graduation degree in the stream chemistry, botany, and zoology from SGRPG College, Dehradun, and I am an SSC aspirant. And these days, I am trying to work on my communication skills, and that's why I have created a YouTube channel named AJ Speaking in English. And I love to watch English conversational videos, as well as I love to watch English movies and any kind of English content, so that I can enhance my communication skills. Thank you.
Okay, that's very good. Okay, so tell me about myself. Well, as you know very well, my name is Amansi, and I belong to Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur. And last year I completed a Master of Arts, subject of English Literature. And as you mentioned me, you are a SSC aspirant. So even I am also doing a preparation of SSC stenographer right now.
Hmm.
That's it.
That
So
is
which
really nice.
exam you are preparing?
Hmm. I'm preparing for SSC CGL examination.
Okay, have you filled the form last time? I mean to say, here is a month, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, I did not fill the examination form, but yeah, I have just started my preparation,
Okay, so why did you not fill?
because I think I am not completely satisfied with myself. I have to do a lot of hard work because I do not know a lot of things. So these days I'm trying to learn a lot of things. If I speak about the maths, English, and everything, reasoning. Yeah.
I think you should have to fill this form. At
Mm,
least you should just check your ability, how many marks you get, because in the first attempt, nobody can select it if they are not doing a practice. So I think you should have to fill this, but not at all. You
mm,
can just fill the upcoming a time because
mhm,
this is a time we can just follow. Okay, so tell me about things about the English and how have you been spending more time for covering this language?
mm. Okay, if I speak about my English journey, so I started my English journey like when I was in the college, and I was a really terrible speaker. I could not construct a simple sentences, and I used to write my examination in Hindi at that time, and my friends used to write the examination in English. So I just started working on my communication skills at that time, but only for few days I worked, because I was doing a lot of things, and then I gave up. Then second time last year on 15 March, I started my English journey, and then started finding a lot of people, but I could not find a person. I found few people, they were not respecting my time. And so after that, I was just doing practice with myself, and on October 3 last year, I created the channel because I just wanted to create an English environment around me, and I took a 90 days challenge speaking in English, and I was uploading one video every day, and I was doing a lot of things. I was listening to a lot of English conversation videos, and a lot of things I was doing it. And on 31st December last year, I completed that challenge, and after that, I started making conversational videos because I was a really shy person. Still, I am a very shy person. I am an introvert personality, and at that time I could not speak with anyone on a video call. So it was a really disaster thing for me, I can say that. Whenever I just wanted to have a conversation with someone, I used to get stuck. Nothing was coming in my mind, and I did not know where to look. And I used to stuck a lot, but after that I started making a conversation, and the conversation was not going very well, but I was consistent. And these days I'm trying to interact with everyone whoever text me on my WhatsApp number on email. This is like a brief introduction about my English journey.
Okay, you know what? If in this time anybody will look at you and if that the person said to you, no, you are not shy person because you speak very well in front of to anyone. Because I have also watched your lot of videos, so that the video is not showing you are shy on that time. You speak a well.
But you have to come out from your comfort zone if you want to make conversational videos on YouTube channel, and if you want to do anything. Like if I do not make conversational videos, so I do not talk generally. Like if you meet me outside, so definitely I'm not going to speak a lot. I'm just going to say hi and hello. After that, I'm not going to say a single sentence. But here, if I do the same thing, so definitely like another person is not going to make a conversation with me, so I have to just take effort. I have to put effort, so I do, like I just try to come out from my shell.
Okay, so while learning this language, what you face? I mean to say, what is most important thing for learning this things is very important. And if you don't do learn these things, so you are not able to speak in English. So what you find, what is more important?
I think the most important thing is confidence. First, you should be confident about yourself and you should accept yourself. If you are a beginner, so you cannot think that if I make a conversation with another person, so that conversation will be really amazing. Definitely, you're going to get stuck. So you have to accept yourself. Second thing, environment matters, I think, in my opinion. And if you have a good people, so you can learn the language really rapidly, and if there is someone, he or she is motivating you, that you can learn, so it will be really good thing. And so I did not have any kind of an environment, I think, at that time. And the third thing is like grammatical portion. If you learn a lot of grammatical rules and when you try to speak with another person, so definitely you are going to make mistakes, a lot of mistakes, and you have to accept that thing, like you are going to make mistakes, so you have to be really patient at that time, and gradually you are going to learn a lot of things. And fourth thing is like whenever you make a conversation with another person, so you have to be really patient, you have to be really kind, and you should try to talk about those topics which anyone can answer. Because most of the times what I have observed, people start discussing about general knowledge and geographical question, and it's not really good. You should talk about some general things, so both person can make a conversation. And another thing is like there are two types of environment, I think, exist in my opinion. First is like you can pay a lot of amount of money to an English trainer or someone, so he or she can make a conversation with you. And second is like you can use a lot of free application to enhance your communication skill. And most of the time people prefer second option, free one, because people like free things. But if you try to get anything from free things, so you have to give your time, you have to look for the person. And sometimes when you use this kind of a application, so you are going to face a lot of problem, you are going to come across different kind of people, and they are not going to give you the chance to talk. And there are a lot of things, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, I think I should speak I should stop, yeah.
No issue. Is there any background noise? Have you heard this?
Yeah, I can hear the background noise. Is it coming from your side? Mm.
Yeah, I think this is the Kura wali gadi. So
Oh my God.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
so just avoid this. I think this session is going to be live. There's a lot of comment are coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can read the comments. Yeah.
Okay, so good morning to my all viewers who are watching this time of videos.
Mm. And good
Okay,
morning
so
from my side as well.
okay. Now again question I want to ask you, as your board is a UP, I mean to say is Hindi medium board, yeah, English medium board.
Hmm. If I talk about my earliest education from first class to eighth class, so it was an English medium school, but from ninth class to 12th class, so it was a Hindi medium school, and there people could not speak in English, and everyone was communicating in Hindi. And after that, I did graduation, and I had an option at that time. I could write my examination in Hindi or English, so I made a mistake. I chose the option Hindi. and people there as well, like they were speaking in Hindi. I think you know all about the things what people do in English schools as well or colleges.
As per my opinion, whose
Mm.
person belong to English medium board, so that the person English are very good, you can say that the fluency is very good. But we, if we talk about the grammar, so what is the role of the grammar?
I think it plays a very vital role in my opinion, grammar portion. And if I say something, or if you want to understand that thing, or if I use the correct grammar structure, so you will definitely going to understand that thing 100%. Otherwise, you are going to face a lot of struggle, I think. And grammar is really necessary, I think. But I think basic grammar is really necessary. You should not go in a really deep grammar, and just try to notice another person how they make a conversation. And I think speaking in English is not like a difficult nut to crack. You can easily make a conversation, because if you just simply see in Hindi language, how do you communicate with another person? You use really simple language, or you do not use really hard, grammatical rules. But I don't know what happens when people start speaking in English. So they just try to be really, perfect. They just try to be really perfect, and they try to mug up different kind of a rule. So it is not a good thing, I think. You should know the basic rules, so like tenses, modals, state of being, and state of position. So if you know, so you can make a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody wants to speak English, and they just always start from the basic.
Hmm.
Because if you want to just know, no, I have to become a fluent, and you don't have any experience about the speaking English, how to start. So I think
Hmm.
that is a big suggestion for the viewers who always start from the basic. What is the first step? Because we have a four direction that is very difficult to us to cover all direction. So first we
Hmm.
have to just find out one our direction. What is our direction? When we find out our direction, so that is very easy for us. Just reach the our direction, our way.
Hmm. Agree with your point of view. Yeah.
Yeah. So is there any question in your mind do you want to ask with me?
Yeah, like I would like to ask one question, because you are an English trainer. So I would like to know, how do you teach your student if they make any kind of mistakes in grammar, or which kind of a strategy do you use to teach them language? For example, like you must have taught them about grammatical rules, but the second part comes, and it is like the hardest part. Like you have to make them practice. So how do you make them practice? And after that, if they make any kind of a mistake, so how do you correct them?
Okay, so first thing is that I just conduct some programs like the speech, debate, and there's a lot of program I conduct in my institute because it's very important. We know very well what is the grammar. We know very well which vocab we have to use in this sentence, but we are unable to use vocab and the concept in our sentences. So that the things practice is very important. And for practice, I'm always just same. I'm a student. You just cover all things over and over. That the means if anything I would like to share here. Suppose
Mhm,
that if I give you any topic about the debate, the topic belong to money versus education. Okay, so some teams are part of the money and some teams are the part of the education. So they both teams fight to each other. On that time, they never use a grammar. They have a pressure over their head. No, I have to fight that person and I have to win. That I think is very important for the person because if they are doing this types of things and they have a passion, they have can do this. So that the things is important. So that these all are small things I just conduct in my institute. That's it. And they are
mhm,
able to speak English with a month, with a 2 month. That the things.
mhm. Okay, that is really fantastic, I think, and it would definitely going to help them. Hmm. Okay. So would you like to
Okay, so
ask any kind of another question?
no, you
Hmm.
have covered all things in your small statement. Have you
Oh,
joined an
thank you.
institute?
No, I have not joined any kind of a institute. No.
So that's a good. You are speaking well. And in this
Thank you.
time, and speaking is very good thing. Everybody wants to speak up. Everybody wants to become a speaker, but they don't have any idea how to start. So, what
Hmm.
your last answer do you want to suggest our viewers?
Hmm.
How to start? How can we start?
Hmm. I think like first about the reason I think why they want to learn the language, and if they have the proper reason, then they can work on their weaknesses. For example, like if we talk about Indians, so we have been learning English language since our childhood. I think I can say that because we are completely surrounded by. So we know I think 30 or 40% part of the language. People know the vocabulary, some grammar rules also they know. So first, I think they should start with the grammatical portion, like tenses and modals and few other concepts. And after that, try to implement that rule. If they know only these things, they can easily make the conversation with another person. You should know the rules, and after that, try to implement those rules and listen as much as you can. And it is going to help you to become a better speaker. And one another thing, like which I would like to add in that point of view, because most of the people they just speak with another person and after that they miss the most important thing. It is like you have to upgrade yourself every day. You have to upgrade yourself, you have to learn new things, and you will have to become a better version of yourself. You have to find one mistake and just make sure next time if you make a conversation with another person, you should not make that mistake again. Or the irony of the situation is, like if you start implementing this thing, you're going to make the mistake again. So it will take some time to eradicate any kind of a mistake. So you have to be really patient. So I think this thing is, I can suggest.
Yeah, I agree with these things because it's very important what our mistake. If we are able to find out our mistakes, so we can just implement and we can just next time we have we think like that. No, we don't have to do this. That's a mistake again. So we always follow what our mistake we are doing. So that's a good thing. And we talk about the grammar. Yeah, you mentioned here the basic structures we have to follow, like the tenses, modals, and which sentence we are using. So that's it. So I think we should wind up this session right now. It's approx 17 minutes. It's enough for us.
Okay.
And
One
yeah,
question I am having. May I ask that question? Okay, after that we
yeah,
can wind
sure.
up the conversation. And it is about the plan, I think. If anyone wants to learn the language, so there should be a plan. So what do you think? What is the right plan or what is the wrong plan? Because you have trained a lot of peoples, I think, I'm assuming, and you have a lot of experience. So you can give that answer really nicely. Like, how important is plans if you want to learn the language?
First thing is that in this time your voice is breaking. So please, could you please repeat your question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
surely, surely. I was saying like if I talk about the plan, if you want to learn the language, so there should be a plan. So how a plan, how plan plays a really important role if you want to learn the language. Hmm. Which kind of a plan
Okay.
you should
First thing,
follow? Hmm.
first thing is that if you really want to fluent, if you really
Mhm.
want to become a fluent and you don't have any idea, how can we start? So first, you just have to make your diary. When
Mhm.
I just teach my student in a first day, I always say on that student, don't think you are not able to speak in English. Always think, yeah, yes, I can. Because in this time, yeah, in that time who are not able to speak in English, so they always get the hesitate. They always get the nervous while speaking. That the two things are very for the students who always just like who just always try these types of things in their mind. So first thing is that you have to always give the positive vibes in your mind. No, I can do this because your mind is your mind is a key. When you have power, when you have challenge, and when you have give the challenge to our mind, that the things your mind follows. Because in this time grammar is important, everybody knows that the vocabulary is also important, everybody knows that, but that the things we covered already, but we are unable to speak in English. So that the reason, because our mind is not support us. So first thing is that you always focus and you always give the positive vibes of your mind. Then you definitely you are able to speak in English because this is our
Mhm.
only language. You can speak well. And if you talk about the plan, so plan is that you just cover all things day by day. If you thought that you know I have to cover all things in a single day, so that's not thing. That's not a good things. Just one step, one concept you have to follow up one day. And if you talk about the vocabulary, that don't cover the all dictionary. You just learn the 5 words, and that's your duty. You always use these 5 words in your conversation, because if you are not using these all our words in your conversation, so that's that's totally going to be wrong. Because there's a lot of you just have a bundle and nothing else. You are not using that, means you have a just bundle, and you just take out this bundle on your almeida. So always just use these all our words in front of to anyone. When you are using these are words in front of to anyone, so day by day that make a habitual, they make a habit, because habit is very important. When you make your habit, so just always start in English, and don't think start from the starting, no, I cannot do this. Always think, yes, I can do this. If you can do this, so yes, I can also do this. So always think like that. So that's a good thing.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much, Mansi ma'am, for giving your valuable time and for inviting me. It was a wonderful conversation with you, and I thoroughly enjoyed speaking with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you who are coming in my session. Thanks to you. Okay, so I
Thank.
think we should wind up the session. If any another question, yeah, if we talk about any topic which is important for us, then we can also do that in another session. If you really want, then we can join it. Okay. Bye
Surely,
bye, and
surely. Bye bye.
okay, have
Have
a
a
good.
wonderful day. You too.
Okay.